good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Can I meet you?
Yeah, my name is Ariman Blumis from Department of Communication and Language Arts.
Your level, please.
I'm a fresh 100 level.
100 level. Wow.
Yes.
How much do you know about the current SUG?
I should say, at least for the post of presidency, I know the two candidates. That's Convenance Odedele, popularly known as Auspicious Times, and then the other candidate, which is Sanjay, which is Agenda, which is Joy is Coming.
Okay, how would you describe the school atmosphere currently?
Mm, as for now, it's still chill, but I can say there have been a lot of um, should I say meeting, like trying to meet people, campaign. Let me just put it like that. There's been a lot of campaigns. Yeah,
Are you planning to vote?
yeah, sure.
Who do you want to vote for?
Okay, for presidency, I'll go for auspicious times.
Why?
I just feel like he has more, his vision and what he plans to do is better than his candidate.
All right. So, one last question. What can you say about the outgoing executives?
I'll say they try to some extent because no matter how good you want to be as a body, you surely have flaws. So there are some flaws, but
Can
it
you
was a nice
mention one of their flaws?
not being able to fight for the reduction of our school fees. That is a very bad flaw, very
They
bad
did
one.
not
They
fight.
didn't fight at all.
So,
They
your
didn't put
school
up.
was not
We can't
reduced.
compare their fights against OAU and other schools. OAU didn't agree on the increment of fees, but then they didn't really fight much for us.
Like, how much was deducted from the
Nothing
initial?
was deducted.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So you guys actually paid
We
the
paid
amount
it. Yes,
they're
there was
supposed
even
to pay.
fundraising for people who were not able to pay.
Wow. All right, thank you very much.
My name is Goodness. I'm a 100 level student of Department of Special Education, University of Ibadan.
Okay, so how much do you know about the upcoming SUG election?
Well, I know like little, at least I understand. I know some things that are going on in the SU level because I'm also like part of the people campaigning for most of the some of the candidates that are going for a post in the SU level.
Can you mention some of the contestants?
Well, I know for president level we have Sanjay, that's Joy, and we have Auspicious Time, that's Covenant, and for House Secretary we have Deboye and Sheun JP, and also for the PRO position I know we have Shey Ezekiel and Easy Propeller, and also for the Vice President we have um, Ola BC Owadayo, yes, and B class C. She's an education student. So basically, and treasurer, we also have Pele. I don't really remember his full name, but those are like their nicknames.
All right,
So
thank you. So how would you describe the school atmosphere currently towards the
currently,
upcoming
towards
election?
the upcoming election, it's it's not really giving that it's not, it has not fully like been like they have okay, fine, people have been going for rallies, going to different halls to like converse for their for their people that they're actually supporting and other things, but there has not really been the type whereby there will be a plenty crowds coming to come and support like the normal things I've always seen. I'm 100 student, but at least what I have watched about maybe there will be a very huge rally where people will be going to campaign for their business. I've not really seen it. The atmosphere is not yet giving that election vibe yet.
All right. Are you going to vote?
Yes.
Who are you going to vote for?
Well, I'm for Sanjay for president. For PRO, I'm for Shea Ezekiel. Who else? For what do you call it? For house secretary level, I'm for Deboye, and for vice president, I'm from Olabisi.
All right, one last question. What can you say about the outgoing executives?
Well, the outgoing executives, they have really done a lot. Even if, okay, I hope that these coming executives that will be elected, they will do better. But they've really done a lot in Oloye's time, and there has been a lot of like changes. In fact, they have really been so concerned about the student welfare a lot that any little issue that has to go with the students, they have really like put more. Actually, the recent thing that happened about UCH, and I can see that they really made sure they really put all their best in making sure that the light was provided for the ABH and UCH.
All right, thank you very much.
You're
My
welcome.
name is SUG Elections, 100 level students, Faculty of Education, Arts and Social Science.
As an social is your department.
Yeah, so Arts and Social Science Education is my department.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what can you say about the upcoming election?
Actually, I don't think I really have much to say about it. But people have been going around seeking for people's how do I put it?
How would you describe the school atmosphere generally?
Uh, I can just say it did not bring any hindrance. Maybe there is no sorry, there is no fight about the campaign. There is peace, and so
Do you know any of the contestants?
yeah,
Okay, can you mention two, maybe two names?
yeah, I know Covenants or daily and auspicious time.
Are you going to be voting?
I don't think I'm going to vote for him.
I'm just asking if you're going to vote. I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
asking where
going
you're
to
voting.
vote.
You're
Yes,
going to vote.
yes.
So who are you voting for?
I'm voting for Joy is coming. That's
Just
Sanjay.
all right. So one last question. What would you say about the outgoing executives?
Uh, oh, I can just say I don't really know about the politics of UISC, so I can't really say much about it. But with the look of things I've seen, I can just say they tried in their own capacity. Because I think the UIC president that is going now, he went to UCH to campaign for I said campaign to protest when there was no light in UCH.
Okay, my name is Samuel, mechanical engineering 200 level.
All right. So it's election period in the school,
Yeah.
right? How would you describe the school's atmosphere?
Well, it is tense for some people. Well, it is lively for some people because for those that know they are going to win, I think it's lively. But for those that are, I think they are struggling, and for those that have strong competitors, it's kind of tense for them. So, with different halls, they have different candidates. They're experiencing different. Yeah, experience. They're actually experiencing different things. So that's basically it.
How much do you know about the contestants?
Well, I've only studied one contestant because, like, before the election, they release flyers, details concerning like what they want to do and everything. So I've only studied Covenant actually. So, well, the guy is actually good. One thing I've noticed, like, checking through his profiles and everything, I didn't check for others because, well, they didn't include that. They didn't include that in their flyers and publicity. He already has that test for leadership and is willing to learn how to be a leader. So I think that's all I knew about him.
Are you voting for him?
I should vote for him, all things being equal. I would vote for Covenant on Saturday.
Wow. Okay, so if there is one thing you are looking forward to with the next administration, what would that be?
Well, one thing I know is that, yeah, everybody has a good manifesto. Everybody wants to solve a problem. But I feel what was not done in this administration, there were problems to be solved. They tried solving it, but they didn't use the right method to solve those problems. I might not know those methods, but the methods they tried using was to no avail. The problems were not actually solved at the end. So I feel like the next administration, I believe that they should have studied, because I'm not really into politics, but they should have studied how best they can address the problems and how best they can meet with the school management to address the problem like school fees issues, all other issues. Yeah. So,
Okay, so in one word, can you assess the current administration?
well, they tried. I'll give them a 7/10.
7/10.
7/10. Well, they didn't really achieve what they said they will achieve because of so many issues that came with the administration. But at least they made efforts. They made efforts, even though the efforts were not, but they tried. So So
All right. Thank you very much.
yeah.
Because I'm Hayadele Mutiat from Economics Department.
Okay, so how will you describe the school's atmosphere currently due to the election process that is ongoing?
Well, according to the school environment right now, towards the forthcoming
Election.
election, it's not bad. It's giving, and our mind is at peace that nothing will go wrong for sure. Because the school has always been peaceful ever during all.
All
Yeah.
right. So how much do you know about the contestants?
Not really, because it was this recently they lift the election campaign ban, so it's just started fully from last week. So I know of the SUVP and the president, the contestant president too. I'm in Queens, the hall of residence. I'm in Queens, and our candidate here is Olabisi Awodayo, our sure OOT, you know. It's from our hall.
Oh,
And I know of Sanjay and Auspicious Time. That's Covenants. Covenants. Or Dedoli. I think if I'm not wrong. So that's it.
are you going to vote?
Hmm. I would love to vote, but unfortunately, I can't.
Why?
I wasn't accredited on my Gmail, a student Gmail. Though I complained so many times, at the end of the day, it wasn't attended to. I think it's God's time. It's God's choice that no, I won't.
So you have to be accredited before you vote.
Yeah, sure.
By
Through
the
our
school
Gmail.
authority.
Yeah, through our
Oh,
Gmail, school Gmail, so that there won't be anything like election rigging or
oh.
that.
Is there a reason why you were not accredited?
Mm, I don't think it's from my side. It's from the school. Maybe there's a lot of students to do that for, and at the end of the day, before the time runs out, they wasn't able to attend to all.
Okay, if you were chance to vote, who
Yeah.
will you vote for the SUG president and vice president?
Okay, for the SU president, I would like to vote the Covenant or Dedele if I got his surname correct. I am not really sure. So I would love to vote him. The auspicious time. That's the slang. The auspicious time. So, and for the VP, I'll vote for our one and only 002 from the Queen's Hall, which is Olabisi Awodayo. Yes.
Can you give just one characteristics of each of these people that would make you vote for them?
Okay, so far so good. I noticed that these my two candidates I will have to vote for. One of the um, good characteristics of a leader I've seen so far, it's once your leader is ready to be corrected and listen to your opinion or your idea, you are good to go, because it's obvious that you cannot be always right. So the moment you want to take to correction, that's fine. The rest of it is okay. Then in one aspect you correct yourself, and with time you will set in to balance it. So
All right.
yeah, they are very open for students' opinion, just like this our current president, Oloye Aweda. So lovely.
Okay, one
Yeah.
last question.
Yeah.
In one word.
In one word.
In one word.
Okay.
Assess the current administration.
Okay. Hmm. I'm blushing. It's it's in one word. In one word. It's so lovely. Let's just say. You
Love.
know what comes after? It's so lovely. 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 It's so lovely.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, my name is Abigail from Educational Management.
Okay, so it's election period on the
Yes.
campus.
Yes.
How would you describe the school's atmosphere currently?
Okay, the school atmosphere is peaceful. Like the present, like the going out, what's it called, administration. They really did a lot for the students in terms of what's it called, fighting for the reduction of school fees, um, making like the school in a peaceful environment, and even self, everybody is just like peaceful. The administration is like good.
All right. So how much do you know about these contestants?
Not really much, not really much, but at least like we have a candidate running in our hostel, so like we know things
Which
from
hostel?
them. Queen's Hall, actually.
Okay.
Queen
So
Elizabeth
who
Hall,
is your candidate?
or Labisi.
Okay. So are you going to vote?
Ma?
Are you voting?
Yes, we will. We will.
Okay, so who are you voting for the post of the president and vice president, and why?
For the vice president, let me go for the vice president first. We are voting for Olabisi because she has what it takes to be the vice president. And as a female, we must have our own say in politics. It's not only to the male, so we must have our own say to the politics. So that's it. And for the president, okay. So we have a lot of contestants actually. Presently I cannot really say, okay, this is who I'm voting for because they are still like putting in more effort and everything. The screening is out already, but let's see how it goes. For the president, I think auspicious.
Okay. So what is that one thing you did not see with this present administration that you would like to see with the incoming ones?
Okay, okay. In terms of what's it called, tutorials. Okay, like for the present administration, like they give what's it called, slides. They give tutorials to like the 100 level, the new intakes. Then when you get to 200 level, it's mostly like you're on your own. So you have to like find your way out with lectures and everything. So I would like this present administration like to help out, like to place more stand, and also like me in my own opinion, I would like to have a situation whereby it is not only like academic based. Okay, so like there are some things that they can actually bring in sporting activities, not only balls, we have volleyballs, we have basketballs, we have table tennis, to just encourage people that apart from being educated, you can also be useful in the society, apart from being an education.
All right. One last question.
Okay.
One last question.
All right.
How would you assess the present administration, the outgoing administration? How would you assess them? Just in one word. In one word.
Okay. In one word, fantabulous.
Fantabulous. Thank you very much.
I'm Ndubisi Mbam, a fourth year dental student of this school.
Wow. So it's election period.
Okay.
Election is on Saturday, right?
Yes.
How would you describe the school atmosphere currently towards the election?
Okay. I just go back to Ibadan. That was like 4 days ago. I've not really seen much, though different departments are pushing for their candidates, but I've not really seen that intense physical activities regarding the election for now.
Okay, are you going to vote?
Yes, I'm going to vote.
Who are you voting for the post of president and vice president, basically?
I don't really know the vice presidential candidate a lot. I think there are females, two females, or I think. But for the presidential candidate, for now, I'm still very indecisive. Yeah, I'm still sitting on the fence. But hopefully, before Saturday, I should have the person that I would vote for.
But you know some of the contestants, if not most of them, very well.
Yeah, I know the presidential candidate. I know them.
Oh.
Yes, they are in my level. In fact, one of them is my classmate.
Okay.
So one of them is my
So
classmate.
you're not going to support your classmates?
I'll be going to support my classmate. Well, there are lots of ties in this. So that is why currently I'm not really out there pushing for a particular candidate, so that I don't want to create enmities.
I understand.
Yeah,
so, speaking about the current administration, I mean the outgoing administration, what would you say about them?
Okay, about the current administration, the thing is, I'm a dental student. I'm in UCH.
Oh.
So most times we only get to like see what they do online. So we are not really here to see what they. But this current administration, I think they were able to like get another boss for the student union. I think they were able to like, also raise some funds to cater for some student school fees, and they did a lot of like demonstrations during the hike in school fees too. I think they are doing very fine in my opinion.
Okay.
They are doing very fine in my opinion.
Okay, just a question. About you said you are in UCH, but that means College of Medicine.
Exactly.
After fixed, you guys like?
They reconnected the hospital. Yeah, but UCH disconnected the facility that belong to like UI. You know, there are two different entities.
I know.
But currently, this morning, my hostel was connected.
Oh.
Alexander Brown Hall was connected this morning.
Okay, one last question.
All right.
What would you like to see in the next administration that this administration does not have?
Okay. in the next administration, in the next administration, well, maybe I don't know, but one of the issues we've been having in this school is that most time the student union cannot really like change the policies. Anything that the school throw at us, we just accept it that way. So I hope that going forward, we have a union where we can actually come out and not really necessarily challenge the school, but also come up with our own policy
Stand up
that
for
can
you.
that would remain the way we want it.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very
All
much.
right.
My name is Akira Michael Olusegun. I'm from Statistics Department.
Oh,
Stats.
all right. So it's the election week.
Yeah,
Election is on
sure, sure,
Saturday.
sure.
How would you describe the school's atmosphere towards the upcoming election?
I have nothing much than I just love the school is there's peace around everywhere. So I know in some cases in schools, you know, people will not able to move around, even in our country. So let's not talk about UI now. So we have less, let me just say peace reign
All right.
in
So
short.
how much do you know the contestants?
Actually, I'm not interested to know any one of them.
So you're not voting.
Let me just be.
You're not voting.
Mm,
Okay. About the current administration, the outgoing administration, what
okay.
can you say about them?
Mm, anyway, let me just say, whosoever that will be or that will actually, not everyone that will be lucky to be in that position, but whosoever that find himself herself there should please, you know, in this life, when there's no light, when there's no light, then we take petrol as the other side of to live. Now, if there is too much of, if they can help us to reduce the transportation in the school so that everybody will free to
So that the cost of living will be
transportation, yes,
bearable.
we just will,
All right.
will
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
yeah.
I'm Masuro Patala from Microbiology Department, so microbiology major.
All right. So it's election period in the school. Election is coming up on Saturday.
Okay.
What will you say about the school's atmosphere towards the incoming
Of course,
elections?
everybody is, we are tense, we are like, everybody hands are on deck for the election, though it's kind of very peaceful compared to like the previous election period. But people are still like very sad to know, okay, who's going to like be the next SU president, and are trying from, I think every opponent are trying from their ends to, I don't know, to do their best, yeah.
All right. So how well do you know the contestants?
How well? I think I will say my own personal what's it called, contestant is Covenant, because I've known him for a very long time. Aside the fact that he's a press man, he's everywhere. A lot of kids awareness when I was in 100 level. He helped with our registration process then. So I would say he's a very nice person. He's more approachable. I think he's a person with vision. I think so, with his manifestos and his campaign. You can see from his manifestos. I think he has good plans for you, right?
So you're voting for it. All right. So what is it that you would like to see in the incoming administration that you did not see in this present administration?
You want me to criticize?
You're not really criticizing, you're just saying, laying out the fact and saying the truth.
Oh, okay. Okay. I feel like one thing they didn't like, they actually tried. I feel like it's not easy to. UI is a very large place to like control the whole affair. Is a lot of it requires a lot of how do I put this? A lot of work. I'm not like that. They tried, but I feel like they could pay attention to more details in terms of, okay, some weeks back, like not weeks, like 2 or 3 weeks back, we have been having issues with lights, yes, in private hostels. I feel like private hostels are more neglected. They focus more on the public hostels, which is really not something I feel like it's okay, because we're also part of the student. We don't live in school hostel doesn't mean we are not part of the UI student. So I feel like they should pay attention to us more, and I think So far.
All right,
Okay.
so how would, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the performance of this outgoing administration?
Wow, that's serious. Okay, I'll give them a 7. I think a 7.
7.
Yeah, 7.
All right, thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
That's all.